good afternoon from Sebring International Raceway. We're going to take a look down the WEC Paddock in just a moment, but just to give you your bearings if you're familiar with this place, behind us, back down there, is where the next 24 hours we'll see the IMSA cars setting up from 12 hours of Sebring, the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. So much further down, probably where you're more used to seeing some of the one-mate championships setting up, with the one straight there to our right. We'll have a quick look at the new pit lane in a few moments as well. Getting into scrutineering here, the number 86 Gulf Racing UK car going up on the jacks at the moment. That car rebuilt here after the substantial shunt suffered by Mike Wainwright the last time we were racing in the WEC back in Shanghai in the wet. Quick look as well, by the way, in the massive marquee to our left hand side in just a moment. The flags will tell you what that's all about. From Michelin, it's the second car in the scrutineering area is the number 28 TDS racing car. The Dunlops, one of the emerging storylines is going to be a tyre war in LMP2 here, with Dunlop bringing their brand new tyres to the WEC race here in Sebring. Lots more about that on Daily Sports Car. Before we take a look at the WEC cars though, let's have a quick look in through the in through this tent, because this is quite an astonishing sight. Got the light adjust here. This is the warehouse and fitting area for Michelin. Remember, we're a partner now with IMSA, so all the IMSA cars in all the sport series with Michelin rubber, and the vast majority of the cars for the WEC as well. A massive effort there. Here is, well, a good news story emerging from a very bad news story earlier in the week. Fire for the championship leading number 56 Porsche project. Their second car is en route at the moment to the United States, where it will be built up to get on track as soon as they possibly can this week. If we look down here, you will notice that there's been a fair amount of recovery of available components gone on here, so the team can fit the required bits to their new car. The new car on the way is the car that will be contesting the European Le Mans Series, their second 911 RSR, so a sheeted over rear end with substantial fire in testing. Huge damage to the rear of the car, happily no damage to Maestro, managed to get out of the car unscathed. Next up, first the Michelin LMP2 runners. This is the Ligier, number 50 car. We will have all three of the currently active LMP2 chassis on track for the 1,000 miles of Sebring. Bearing Creed and Romano Ricci, the two Parfumiers, return, joined by Gunnar Jeanette, who knows this place very much like the back of his hand. Cédric Alpine has switched to Michelin for the French team, in title contention, sandwiched 5-2 Jackie Chan DC Racing Oreca's, both of which remain on Dunlops. The 36 car switches to Michelin's in pursuit of points and that title. That's the empty awning. We've just seen the Gulf Racing 86 car. And indeed next to them is the empty awning for TDS Racing Oreca, Barodo, Clazivier and Duval. Dragon Speed, their two-car effort. The LMP1 BR01, the Gibson engined LMP1 car here. The team setting up here after starting their IndyCar program at St. Petersburg, just down the road here in Florida last weekend. Solid start for them. Meantime, the number 31 car, Roberto Gonzalez, Pastor Maldonado and Anthony Davidson, is at the moment in the process of being liveried up, as you'll notice, being liveried up by a team from WC Proton Racing. Just alongside next door here, you see the guidelines to which the boys are working laid out on the table, and that you can tell there's a difference in the colour scheme. Of course, the car being re-liveried after contesting the Rolex 24 at Daytona. along to Dempsey Proton World, and the last man standing, there you go, Christian Reed. Hi Christian. He will become, when he takes the start of the weekend, the last ever present driver in the FI World Endurance Championship. 77 and 88 cars ready to go as we watch the number 11 car and pushed by to scrutineering. Lishan and Petrov joined this weekend by one of, I think it's 11 drivers doing double duty with IMSA. Return of Brendan Hartley. He's very, very welcome back in the WEC paddock. Jackie Chan DC Racing, standard bearers of course, the Checker Sport guys as well here, supporting these cars. First and third, 37 car sits third in the points, 38 car sits topping the points. These are the guys taking the new Dunlop into battle. Fords, 66 and 67, looking to bounce back. And in the title hunt this year, it is the 66 car that's the better of the two. And Star Wars, the team at the rear of the garage there, George Tackle and Woody. Naked 4GT, and we'll have the weekend sports cars live from Ford with both the IMSA and WEC drivers joining Marshall Pruitt and I for a session in the paddock. We're going to have a quick look, by the way, down the middle here, not quite halfway down the paddock. This is the brand new, albeit temporary, WEC pit road. As you can see down here, operating with a US style pit lane, the pit wall here to the right, and we'll pan over right now. That is the Ormond Straight, digging down towards the notoriously bumpy turn 17. You can see the red light in the distance there. Teams are setting up after the two-day test here for race week. So pit in at turn 16, pit out, well, about 2/3 of the way down the Ormond Straight. The cars are going to be ripping by here. Plenty to talk about in driver's briefing this time around. A very different look to Sebring International Raceway for this race. Two factory Porsches, dominant at the moment the point standings in the FI World Endurance Championship. And remember, this race, commensurate with its longer distance, gets more points. That means one of two things. It means if Porsche is successful, it becomes a mighty mountain to climb for the rest of the teams. It does, however, mean if Porsche do have a bad race here, the other teams can close the gap. Here are the likely cars that are going to be setting records this weekend. The number 8 and the number 7 Toyota TSO 50s. Being readied by the team. Lots of attention again will be on, of course, number 8, Sebastian Buemi, Kev Nakajima, and certainly well known to the viewing audience, but Fernando Alonso making headlines around the world. In the southern car, camera being fitted in the cockpit. You'll be, I'm sure, seeing pictures from that around the world come this weekend. Fiercely complicated, massive performance in these Toyotas. Have already been in record-breaking pace in testing. That doesn't count quite yet. You can see it by the way on there. The windscreen section of the Toyota. BMW next up with their M8 GTEs. Those cars were being built up as we arrived about an hour ago. Most of the body panels now on the rear of the car. Rear of the cars, plural. Looking for form, but on a track, of course, where BMW have plenty of data here for the M8 GTEs. Wait to see how that one goes. Then SMP Racing. We've seen the 11. There is the 17 car still being worked on by the team, and a driver change there as well, of course. Sergei Sorokin joining the fun, the current Renault Formula 1 test driver. So no shortage of international talent there. Markus Schurig, one of Germany's top 10 sports car racing journalists. Debut here at Sebring for the Aston Martins. These two of them do some of their early testing here at Sebring, but very different ambient conditions. Off the back of a win, of course, at Shanghai, but remember 4 months since then. There's the old lady, second in the points at the moment for the number 98 Aston Martin in GT Am. There'll be no shortage of interest in a new GTE Pro car for the US sports car audience. Very knowledgeable, very enthusiastic, and Aston Martin, I know they'd like them to come back as full-time entrants in North America. Third in the standings, TF Sport from Kent, with their old lady, the number 90 car. What plans for them next year? I'm surprised. They're ready to tell us, they surely will. Then the Rebellions, number 1 and number 3, in the class of the privateer field. Cars now run with the Gibson engine by Orica. I'm just going to take a quick step beyond the barriers and get a good look. And cars looking as fabulous as they always do, beautifully prepared. What kind of pace can they produce? Racing Team Netherlands, team working to prepare their Dallara. For the first time the Dallara LMP2 car, as opposed to a DPI, has been run in competitive trim here in the United States. See behind there, the team's spare chassis, fully built on car. But, small accident yesterday in testing, they'll be recovering from that though. The last part of this paddock is all about Ferrari. Familiar cars, familiar colours. Zero Races 54 car. Giancarlo Fisichella, of course, most of us. A new look and a new driver squad for the 61 car. So Clearwater Racing moved from the era of Sung and Kitasawa. Great to see Kitasawa announcing his plans with his own GT3 team. This is the new driver squad. Welcome back to the WC from Lewis Perez Compact. Matt Griffin stays aboard, and Matteo Cressoni. So the pit board still with Clearwater. The entry, of course, is still Clearwater, but a very different look to the number 61 car for the remaining of the season. MR Racing, another start for a team new to the WC this season. For another AF Quarter customer car. The last 2 cars in a row. This is the GTE Pro pair from AF Corsa, the 71 and the 51 cars. Looking for pace, looking for consistency. Been some frustrations for the team this season. But, who knows what the bumps may bring. Sign above the pit lane. It says it says we love Sebring. Team's heading out for lunch here at the moment. Skies, as you can see, it's still pretty warm here. It's low cloud, high humidity, temperatures looking to soar. I'm walking this way to finish this. It's going to turn out to be just under 15 minutes walk down the shiny new WC pit lane here. I'll show you the next and final sign here. It's right there. And that's what it's all about. At Sebring, you're going to have to respect the bumps. Because believe me, they bite. We'll see you tomorrow.